Hi guys, welcome to Degrassi Talk. My name's Ashley, and we're going to be talking about this week's episode of Bitter Sweet Symphony Part 2. Woo. Cameron committed suicide. He was right. Did I not say that he was going to do that? From the promos. And all you people that were like, no, I was with you. I was hoping I was wrong, but I wasn't. And it goes, and it comes starting with Eli and Claire, and they make up, and you're like, oh, it's all giddy and happy, and then, boom, you see Eli drop the coffee, and he finds Cameron. He finds Cam's body in the garden house, dead, because he committed suicide. They don't tell you how, they just tell you, they don't really tell you when. They just say sometime over the night in the garden house. And that's all they really want you to know. And you're just like, no! And Claire goes, gets the teacher, and then it goes to Katie and Maya, and they're walking and they're talking about Cameron and her audition and everything, and Dallas walks up and says, speaking of Cam, have you seen him? And then Katie and Maya get called to the office, and Mr. Simpson says, this is the doctor, she's been called for today, she's here to help you. And then they tell Maya and Katie, Cameron Saunders committed suicide. And Maya's just like, that's not possible. He was. I just saw him a day ago. There must be some mistake. And Mr. Simpson's like, no, he committed suicide. And then Maya's like, and Katie's like, what? No. And Maya's just like, and Mr. Simpson's like, if you want to, you can go home. It's been approved. Maya, what do you want to do? And, well, what do you want to do? And Katie's like, Maya, what do you want to do? It's up to you. I would go with you. I'd stand by your side. And Maya's like, practice for my audition. And you're like, but your boyfriend at the previous time has just died. Are you nuts? I would be saying, go home. Go home. And then it goes to Mike Dallas and all the hockey people finding out. And then it goes to this room with Marisol and Becky and all these little people, and they're talking about it, and you see Dallas just going, just cringing, and then he just loses it, and he kicks the chair, and he throws the cash can into this glass window thing, and he says he caused it, and he told Allie she did nothing, that they did nothing, and then he goes on the roof, and Fiona, thank the Lord Fiona was there, and stopped him, because he did not need to do that. He was to blame, but not all the way to blame. Like, you were like, yes, you were to blame, but you were not to blame. Like, don't always blame yourself, because you didn't all the way contribute to it, but you somewhat did, and you can't help that you yelled at him. That's what you felt at the time, but you didn't need to yell at him. And then we go to Zig. He feels like crap. You just see the scene, and he's just like sitting across the locker, and it's like, you may feel guilty, some may not. And he's just sitting there, and you're like, yep, he needs to feel sort of guilty, because he sort of said. And then the next scene, he's talking to Maya, and he says, I contribute to it. I told him he should get out of your life. He was psycho. And Maya just goes, what? No. And he's like, well, why are you laughing right now? And Maya's just like, I guess what I'm feeling is wrong. And then it's like, okay, come do the visual candle. Come on, Maya, come talk. She goes, this is stupid. This is stupid. He doesn't deserve a visual. He could have got help. he didn't need to kill himself. He had a lot of people he could have stayed for. And Katie was like, Maya, he was sick. She's like, I'm not gonna cry, and runs off. And then Tori tries to talk to her, and Maya's mean to her. And you're like, really? She's trying to help you. She's trying to become your friend again. Then it goes to a commercial, and then it comes back, and you see Maya, Katie. Well, you see Maya and Katie walking, and they talked it out and everything, and they're talking, and then Tori comes up to her and says, I was trying to be your friend before, Cam, because I forgave you, and I was trying to be your friend again, but, and not Katie, Maya's like, I really need a friend right now, and she just loses it. That's what you should have done from the beginning. You shouldn't have done the laughing, you shouldn't have said this was stupid, you should have cried, because you needed to cry. Now we're talking about next week's promo, and I'm going to scream. Because you see Eli go, ah! And you're like, poor Eli, I'm here for you. Who's this other girl? I mean, who is this girl that's trying to help him? Shouldn't that be Claire right there trying to help him? Don't know what Eli's doing. Please do not make him just go off the handle. Because they done had their problem. Don't make them have another problem and break up. I mean, all us Claire fans are like, please keep them together. Please. Don't break them up. But you know, Degrassi, they're trying to come up with these little problems so that Eli and Claire have to work, like, go, oh, and then get back together and work it out. That's just how it is, but, you know, I'm just hoping that it won't tear them apart. But you done got through the first part of the promo where they do have a little fight. Now you gotta get to the part where he says, I'm not the you are. And you're like, no. But that's not in this promo, but Eli's done screaming, and that was part of the Anything Can Happen promo. And like it says, anything can happen. So I really don't know, but tell me what you think. Love the comments. Keep them coming. Bye, guys.